Hi everybody, I just want to come and share a project that I'm working on for a swap. I will post the final video after the recipient receives the swap items, but I'm going to pre-record as I make each item so that I can put away everything and then start the next item, because I don't know when the next item is going to get created, but I know I have several things in mind for this individual. So the first thing I use, well, I should say too, this swap is for Kat. Her YouTube channel is Lolly Thimble here on YouTube. So I know that Kat actually likes to sew. And one of the things I recently made was a quilt using some Tilda fabric. And the quilt was a, what do you call it? A quilt made from the strips, not a jelly, well, you know, jelly roll like quilt. So she liked the colors in the quilt, and because Tilda had the same fabric as scrapbook papers in 12 by 12, I used the papers that I also used for the quilt because she had commented on the video saying that she loved the colors. So I didn't know exactly which colors she was referring to, if it was the blues and the greens versus the oranges and the pinks. But as a lot of you may know who have this line of paper, which is now, of course, retired, no longer being made, you know that most of her sets will coordinate with one another. And these two came out around the same time, Spring Diaries and Pardon My Garden. So they came around the same time, and they have very similar patterns and such. So I'm going to share with you what I made and what I used to make the items. So I used this tag square, I think it's Quilt from Paper Tray Inc. It is a tag, and it coordinates with their quilted die collection. So this is the tag, and then you can see that this die fits right inside of here as a layer. And they have others. So this is the summer quilt, and this is a different one. I don't know which. They're all seasonal, I think. So here's the quilted summer. You can see they have a coordinating set of stamps too. So if you didn't use pattern paper, you could stamp it out too. But this is another one from that collection. And then I got two others, or I have two others that also work inside of the tag set, but they are not from Paper Tray. They are from Jillian Vance Design. So these two dies, these should look familiar to you if you are a person that quilts these patterns. So this one right here, and then this one right here, which is hexagons. They fit inside of the tag, so I've used those two as well to make a couple of different tags for her. And of course I don't have the packaging for the tags right here in front of me, but I also used the Stitch with Love sentiments in here because, you know, if Kat wants to create her projects for gifting other people, then I thought it would be nice for her to have some tags to send along with them. So or to attach them to the project. So I used that sentiment set. I also used this bordering blue stamp pad from Stampin' Up. This color matches the blue in the pattern paper that I've been using. So that's the reason why I've used this. And what else? I used some of this May Arts jute twine, some of this Michaels. Is this from Michaels? I don't know if it's from Michaels. But I use this ribbon here that has gold hearts. Some of this rickrack. And I think that's pretty much it before I show you the project. So, so that's the supplies that I used. And here are my tags. This first one here, you can see a lot of similarities amongst the tags because, of course, they're all kind of quilting themed tags. So I cut a bunch of different bases and a bunch of different of the quilted pattern, and then I mixed them up. And you can see I also used a die from MFT, which I can't find at the moment. Oh, it's a banner die right here. So that's a banner die that I used. And I also use these larger ones. I don't know where these came from, what company. But I have two of them that were hooked together, and I used them as well. So This says Stitch with Love. I have these little spools that I got from Hobby Lobby, I believe, and some buttons that I had received in Iraq. And so you're going to see a lot of similarity amongst the tags. I'll just show you them all. Oh, in the back of the paper is a different pattern. So what I will probably be doing is putting a lighter color, this cream right here. This is Michael's Recollections cream cardstock, and it comes in the four pack. It comes in the pack that has all the pinks and the flesh tones. So I found that this also matches very well with the cream color in the Tilda paper, if you look at it, and that's what I've used for the banners. So there's that one. There's this one. Now this one has a little charm on it that I got off of a packaging from the French General. This little spool, it just went perfectly, so I just pulled it off of there. And I have one of those garment pins on the top to be able to pin it to something like a gift. Here's one using the paper tray ink die here, the square here. And same idea, the little needle stamp is also in that set with the sentiments that I showed. There's this one. Pretty simple. This one doesn't have any embellishments on it, just the little banner. I'm thinking about putting something on here. We'll see. And then the last one is this. And this again, I used a garment pin, and you can see there's a button here and some pins stamped down. So yeah, those are the tags that I made for Cat. And thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more. Bye.